What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to this foreground. Today I want to talk about this new game mode that just entered in the Her Last Bow event, which is the Prophetic Surveillance. Now, this is honestly a pretty difficult game mode. They really want you to work very hard to get that S rank selector because you have to go to stage 35 in order to receive the requirements in order to get that damn thing, right? You have to, and you guys can see I've already claimed it, but you have to clear up to stage 35 in order to move up this meter. Now, it doesn't mean you necessarily absolutely have to, because once we go to rank 4, you'll be able to acquire some experience and move up the ladder a little bit. So you might not even have to do this. But I know for a lot of players, they are trying to get through this game mode because, you know, they're trying to get that S rank selector a little sooner. And I will talk about who to pick from the S rank selector in the next video. But I want to focus again on the Prophetic Surveillance because, again, it's pretty tricky, guys. Like, you'll find that in this thing, you're going to be able to use, certain characters, right? They give you Alpha and Watanabe and Nanami. They give you Kamui. They give you Liv, and then they give you Wanshi. And you're just going to find that certain characters are just going to do a lot better in certain stages of this thing. I used Alpha and Nanami and Liv probably for the first, 20, 23 stages, and I really didn't have too many problems, right? However, when it came to, above that, I started having problems, and whenever I switched to Watanabe, then I switched to Wanshi, and I switched to Nanami, I seemed to do a whole lot better. Now, I'll show you guys the build. I'll just show you the build on my Wada here, guys, as far as, what I'm doing here. And I'm definitely using the swap battle. I have the Astral Enhanced skill. You got to level up. By the way, you have to level up each one of these in order. So you got to level up this one before you can move to the next level. You got to level up one of these to move to the next level, and so on and so on, which many of you probably already know. But these are the ones that I got leveled up: the Bathlon, the Darwin, the Life Drain, the Overload, the Signal Echoes. And the Overload is very important because all team members gain 50% damage bonus for 10 seconds upon entering the field. This is like a ridiculous Da Vinci set is pretty much what this is, right? With the Da Vinci set, you get 20% increased damage received when all the targets are on the field. But with this thing, you actually get an extra increase to damage by 50%. And this is something you should always remember, especially when you're in these higher stages, is that whenever you're switching in your characters, they're just going to do a bunch of damage, guys. They're going to do a bunch. So it's really, really important to switch your characters quite often, because if you don't, you're going to have a lot of problems trying to get these clears because they are under time limits. If you're not able to clear this within a certain time frame, you are not going to move up in these stages, and it's going to make it more difficult for you to get that S rank selector. Again, you don't absolutely have to do this. You could actually wait till round 4 and, do some other things that are probably going to be much easier to where you can get that S rank selector. But for those of you that are trying to push it, always switch your characters as often as you can, especially in these later stages. And then we get into Nanami here, right? And Nanami, you guys can check out what I have leveled up on her. I got these top two, these top two, this one, right? I'm not going to go into detail about all those. And then Wanshi, right? My Wanshi, this is how he's looking. Okay, these are what the levels that I have on him, right? And I'm going to show you guys some gameplay with Wanshi, Watanabe, and Nanami doing stage 35 clear, right? If you guys need any other runs to be shown, if you need me to show any other runs, I will be happy to do that, because again, in certain stages, guys, it's better to use other characters instead of the ones I'm actually using. But I can tell you, man, in these later stages, really Wada, Wanshi, and Nanami, man, they are so good. Like, they just seem to perform really, really well in these high levels. And as far as stage 35 is concerned, I really tried to play Wanshi and Wada more than any other character, more than Nanami. Nanami, I just switched in to get the extra 50% increased damage received, and I just switched to the next character. You'll notice I do that a lot, and that worked out really, really well. As far as playing with these characters, you're just going to run through all your 3 pings on Wanshi. You're going to do your, whether it's a blue or yellow into a red for Wada, and you're just going to do your signature. You always want to try to have your QTs available every time that you're going to be using these characters, so that way you can do a bunch more damage. But I know that some players are having some problems with this. And again, if you guys need to see any other runs in here, if you need to see any other stages, I know that 31 here can be a little bit of a pain. You just need to switch your characters very, very often whenever you're playing against Emberia, and you'll find that you actually can murder this thing quite easy. So hopefully watching this run will help you out as far as stage 35 is concerned. And if you need any other help for any of the other stages, please let me know down in the comments down below. So let me know how y'all doing in the game. Let me know if you're having any problems with any of these stages. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. DD+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.
今度はもっと綿密な作戦を立てよう。